Hey, enthusiasts, what's happening? This is Salty Language, episode 692.
The sexiest podcast on the network. Are we going to do anything for episode 700?
Oh, dude, we're a
Oh,
huge
700 Club,
bash.
all religion.
Yeah. Yeah. So, finally, we can spread
Finally,
the word.
exactly. Praise be his
We've been waiting
name.
forever. Yeah, finally. After all this time, we've been waiting.
Oh, my God.
You wouldn't believe the notes and stories I have ready
know,
for
right?
that.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Literally, yeah.
Oh. Hi, Brian. I'm in my ice cave.
Oh, hey, Tom. Yeah, I see. I've been waiting for the penguin to walk by
Dude,
at
if
any
I could
time,
get an animated penguin in my frame somehow, that'd be amazing.
cool. Yeah. I'm talking Batman penguin, but yeah.
I'm talking actually hiring Danny DeVito and putting him in 6 hours of prosthesis makeup.
Yes, just
to walk behind
him
me.
Where he's not in the suit, where he's in the fat suit, but not the penguin suit or the
it looks like he's in his underwear basically. It's a good look.
Yeah, just that one. Him walking by with a cup of tea behind you.
That is definitely like Penguin in the middle of the night. Like God, I gotta go take a leak, and he's shuffling down to the bathroom.
Yep. One of the other penguins hits him with a camera shot.
Oh, yeah. Immediately fired the next day.
Yeah, he's like out of a cannon. Yeah.
Yes. Fired in two forms.
Right, because the animal penguin posted it on its, I don't know, Insta Penguin or whatever they use.
Yes,
yeah. Maybe they use Instagram. I don't know.
I mean, it won't be TikTok.
No, maybe they switched over. What is it, Red Card or whatever it is? Which is like the actually Chinese owned.
That's
TikTok.
fine. It's all right. It'll be okay, everybody.
Yeah, that's the move. Everyone just move over there, learn Chinese. It's fine.
Just the move is take your phone, submerge it in your toilet tank, and go outside. Put grass on your feet. Look at the sun. Or in our case, get frostbite and die in like 15 minutes.
Yeah, that also works. You'll feel so alive at some point in that process, though. Like the people that do the polar plunges.
People are idiots. I take the polar plunge walking from my door to my car, and I hate every step.
Yeah. Right?
Not to mention, it's not like my work's toasty either. Well, it is in the summer. But in the winter, of course, it's a freezer.
Right. I was going to go to the store today, and then I was like, you know what? I think it's going to be like 10 degrees warmer tomorrow, so I'm for sure going
wave,
tomorrow.
Bro. Get your flip-flops out.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's supposed to be above freezing for the first time in a little while.
Yeah. Only for a couple days, and then right back below. Way below.
Oh, my God.
Like single digits for some of the days.
This weekend, I'm taking us out to buy new curtains that are heavier to try to block the airflow. And honestly, the light when summer comes around again, too. But I like to live like Nosferatu in my living room on the weekends.
I have a better idea for you, which is just board the windows up and just paint the whole room black.
Yes. All right. Now we're getting somewhere.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. That way, just eliminate, any light possible. Don't even, no lights in the living room.
Oh,
nothing.
no. I can't function without my television lights.
Well, no, those are fine.
I like my party.
The party lights are fine. I'm just meaning those dumb, lamp bulbs and stuff. Like those are right out. No. Overhead lights?
If it's not,
I don't think so. Not unless it's like hitting a disco ball.
If it's not color-changing fun lights or like a creepy gothic candle, I'm not interested.
That's right. Exactly. It's a weird name for your store, though. I keep telling you that it's
a lot of letters.
But,
the signage is so expensive.
I just picture somebody trying to go to your website. And you just abbreviate it down to the initials, but it's still too long for people to fool with. God, how many letters are in this? What is this, 1990? I got to type everything.
HTTP / / Yeah.
Yep.
Like
geocities.com.
GeoCities. What was the one that had all the glitter graphics and shit? Angel Fire or something like that?
Oh, yeah, something like that. Yeah.
Good times.
I just remember those days. You remember when you, for some websites, though, where you had to type in their host first?
Oh, yeah.
before you could type in the website, basically, and was like, oh my god, ugh. So much better.
What do you mean? It's so convenient now. Brian, I like the good old days where I had to struggle to get to anywhere.
Yeah. What are we talking about, like the 1840s?
Yes, exactly.
Or?
No, on the internet,
okay.
you know?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Okay. I just thought you meant, like it was tough to get your horse and wagon.
Well, I lost Susie and Patty when we forded the Mississippi, so.
Yeah. That was your wife and daughter, though. I mean, that was.
Well, it's all right.
It is weird.
We did eventually make it to Oregon, so we're good.
Yeah. 85 years later.
Man. I'm tired, Brian. How are you?
I'm tired also. I slept like hot shit last night.
No bueno.
Yep. I mean, I couldn't really sleep, and I smelled something cooking, and I got up, and my mom was making pancakes, and I was like, well, that sounds like a great idea.
Hell yeah. Now we're talking.
So I basically ate my weight in pancakes, and was like, well, that'll for sure help me sleep.
That's a restaurant. Ate my weight in pancakes.
Any adult that can eat their weight in pancakes gets their order for free.
Exactly.
Oh God, can you imagine watching someone eat like 150 pounds of pancakes?
Oh man, I hope it'd have to be like right next door to the casket dealer. That's in a strip mall with the Undertaker too.
Yeah, right. Yeah. You're just dipping weight plates from the gym in pancake
I mean, I've had some pretty dense pancakes, and I think that's exactly how they were prepared.
Yeah. Like, how do you want them? 20s or 70? 50?
Oh man, buckwheat pancakes. That is a 45-pound plate. 100%.
Yeah, you ain't right. It's also ote.
Oh, buckwheat. Oh, Brian's face shrinking in the corner of the YouTube.
Wow.
Correct that. There you go. No, it's just been the cold, man. It's been draining me. It's cold in the house.
Yeah.
It's cold at work. It's cold in between work and the house. I mean,
it's like, it sucks too, because it's because I know, you having an older house is gonna be drafty compared to whatever, and like where I live, it doesn't have insulation like it should, and it's like cold even when the heat's on. Yeah,
it's a nightmare. Like, all right, I was thinking about this. When it gets this cold out, do you think
hobo fire?
But do you think we can make like medieval capes make a comeback? Like, I feel like a cape when it's this cold would be amazing.
Mm-hmm. I think you're just trying to live your Helldivers cosplay.
No, I mean, that would be fun too. But I'm like a medieval one, like of the hood.
Yeah.
And the brooch around the neck, kind of like look like Strider from Lord of the Rings. Sit in the corner of a bar, smoke a pipe with just the flame illuminating your face.
Yeah, of course. Well, I mean, that's
mysterious.
That's why you sit in the pipe smoking,
dark, mysterious corner,
flame illuminating corner. Yeah.
But no, legitimately, I really feel like if you want to get mocked mercilessly and possibly beaten up in public, rocking a cape, I think, would be amazing right now.
The funny part is, really, if you see somebody walking around with a cape, that's a person that you probably should just leave alone, because you don't know what's going on upstairs.
That's a person I am 100% talking about on the podcast.
Yeah. They might they might pull a sword.
Exactly. There could be a long sword
on their hip.
In
fact, the chances, I was going to say, the chances are pretty high. A sword or a lightsaber, one or the other.
Definitely a lightsaber. And I was mistaken. I said a long sword. It's for sure going to be a maul katana with like a dragon head hilt or something.
Yeah.
Or a sword cane.
Or a sword cane, yeah. That's the smart move, because then you can make it look like
feeble
you're
old man.
And then
or blind.
And you're like, oh shit, sword cane. Yep. Exactly. Damn it, I didn't see that coming. Right. You should have, because the guy's wearing a cape.
So, like, honestly, if you could walk around with a sword cane, would you?
I mean, sounds fun, doesn't it?
Oh.
I mean, also it would, lend itself to all my villainous activity.
But get this. It's not just a sword cane. It's like a giant butterfly knife. Like butterfly knives into a katana.
Well, see, that'd be great for some people. Like for you, though, you'd be playing with it all the time.
I'd be fidgeting, chopping people's arms off on accident.
Yeah. The element of surprise would be gone.
Yeah.
But the unpredictability would
unpredictable.
be there. Of, like you're just flipping that thing around. God, who knows? If you're within the radius of it, you're getting cut. It's not even close. It's not even on purpose. You know, like you could just be taking the thing out. Yeah, I know, but you're going to be playing with that thing so much you probably won't even notice.
Legally, yes, it was not on purpose.
Right. Well, you see, Your Honor, my client is an idiot. Here, watch, and he just throws you a regular butterfly knife, and you're like, "Ooh!"
Quick, start cutting my fingers up.
Yeah.
Ow, shit! Ow, shit!
Yeah. Case dismissed.
That's funny.
I hereby, your client is dismissed upon the contingency that he does not own a butterfly sword anymore.
Butterfly sword.
Like, sir, could you clarify that? Do you mean a sword that has butterflies on it? You know what I mean, counsel.
All right. So what if you're a sword maker, right?
Yeah.
Because I think this is brilliant. Butterfly sword sounds amazing, but you call it the Mothra.
I mean, cool if it looked like Mothra too.
I mean, I guess
you only bring it out, when needed, like
when two creepy little girls sing to you.
Yes, which really changes the direction of things.
Yeah, Mothra's a little weird like that.
Yeah, you're like, Tony, do something. Like, not yet. You just keep waiting. Not yet. Like, what about not yet?
Damn it.
Then the two little girls show up and sing like Yoko Ono or whatever, and then you're like, now
action. Yeah, it would be fun.
Yep. I was gonna say one motion, but butterfly knife, so it can't be
like
just
62
one
motions.
Yeah, but it's one. It's like a combo.
Oh yeah,
move,
for sure.
Just fluid combo. And then right back into the sheath.
There has to be a video game where the main character has a butterfly sword. That has to exist. It's stupid if it doesn't.
Not. Yeah,
because you're right.
I'm
I
also
can picture
picturing
the animations and shit, and it's all
right.
Yeah.
I'm also just picturing somebody with a sword that's shaped like a butterfly.
Oh yeah. I mean, in Elden Ring, my character that I haven't played the game in forever, but I have a sword that's basically like a moth wing blade, or like a dragonfly wing blade or something like that, and the thing's sick. Yeah,
that makes sense. Like here's a nice big leathery sword.
Yeah.
You just beat the enemies like you're an old lady with a broom. Right. Go and get. Sorry, ma'am. I'm not a woman.
Some, Latino mother's flip-flop has the Mjolnir recall power.
Yeah. Oh,
just goes right back on her foot. Doesn't...
Calling a chancla or a chancla.
I wasn't going to try to say that word.
Good,
I didn't know how to pronounce it.
Oh, man. That'd be a great weapon in a game, though.
That's another thing that's got to exist.
Throw a flip-flop or something, and it comes back. Throwing a shoe is one thing, but I'll save that for an Austin Powers game. Yeah.
Honestly. Oh, man. Chancla. Tatanka?
I don't know. Tatanka, yeah. I don't think that's the same group of people.
I don't know. No, you're not. Not at all. But if I threw a Tatanka, that'd be impressive.
Yeah,
the Buffalo Order wrestler.
Yeah. Yeah, actually, you're right. Equally impressive. Yeah. Because no one would see the flying Tatanka.
The flying Tatanka.
Coming. Yeah.
Isn't that, wasn't that Robin's family?
Buffalo or wrestler.
The Flying Tatanka brothers or something?
I don't think so. They were the Graysons.
Tatanka, Graysons, whatever.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Very similar.
Yeah, that's actually where he came up with the name Robin. Not because of the bird, but because, the one buffalo was named Robin.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was like a red kind of like I almost said a husk, but it's a hide.
Wow,
a red
husk.
husk.
It's a different kind of buffalo. Yeah. I mean, in Futurama, they have the bugalo, which are like big bugs that they herd like buffalo. So maybe it was one of those. If it had a big red
I wonder
husk.
if that's the inspiration for the big acid bugs we call cows and helldivers.
Could be.
Interesting.
Could be. I don't know. Or maybe it's just because they're big. I don't know.
Oh, no. I'll have to, when we play, we'll have to make sure we show you some. We'll go on Bug Safari and show you some cows.
Yeah. Do the Beach Boys sing in the background of that one too, like Surfing Safari?
I hope so.
It's got to be the Beach Boys now. And you can tell that they only did it for the paycheck. Like, they're just not into it at all.
What are they? In their 90s? Who would be into it?
I have no idea. You're right, me.
You know, I'm in my mid-40s, and I'm not into it anymore.
What if the paycheck was right?
If the paycheck's right, I'm always into it.
Yeah,
come on,
exactly.
Man. Money talks, bullshit walks. Thank you, AC/DC.
I guess, right. Yeah.
That's what I heard. I've heard that about 8 million times thanks to our local rock and roll station.
Yeah, true enough.
Should we talk about our tech fails from last week?
What tech fails?
Well, I guess on the podcast, if you listen to the podcast audio version, there was no tech fails. It came out brilliantly. Everyone loved it.
Right.
Greatest podcast ever.
Right. Congress put it in the
everyone's
the
talking about it. Everyone loved it. If you listen to the YouTube, you're like, what the fuck is going on? Is Tony in two different dimensions? Because I kind of was.
And you were.
I was using my fancy new headphones, and it was also recording me. And
right.
Unbeknownst to myself.
I didn't even know it did that.
Because obviously you would have heard it if it was right.
Yeah, it sounded fine.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
it's so weird.
Yeah. It was strange.
So we got some, like, my buddy at work told me about it, and I started getting messages on Instagram. So I'm like, oh, fuck. All right. I got to go fix this shit, right?
Mm-hmm.
And when I'm down here fixing it, it occurs to me, like, our Patreon, patreon.com/saltylanguage, by the way, was also going to be screwed up. Because why wouldn't it be?
Yeah, because you wore those through that too, right? Yeah.
It was screwed up because half of it was missing, but the audio was fine. I don't know what happened last week. I've since then reset my computer. Obviously, I'm not using my headphones because I don't want to chance anything. Because, dude, I came down here to upload that video for Patreon and do a quick intro after I discovered we're missing half of it. And that's when I realized, like, all my audio settings were fucked up. Everything was just a mess. And I was down here for like an hour and a half getting everything straightened out and dialed in again.
So just connecting those headphones messed with all the audio.
It altered my microphone, and then, like, this microphone, the Mac didn't even recognize it at all. Like, I couldn't even find it in the settings. I had to unplug it and plug it back in, and then, like, find it. It was a whole thing. I don't know why it was so brutal to the ecosystem. That is my mini Mac, but it was.
Wow, those headphones really came in there and carved
Dude,
it up.
It was wild.
Huh.
I don't even understand it.
Yeah, that's pretty crazy.
So yeah, tech fails. At least it was all on my end too. It's awesome.
Yeah, that's why I was like, nothing sounded bad to me when I listened to the podcast. So when you said that, I was like, well, I know the podcast sounded okay because I don't always listen to the whole thing, but I kind of skipped through it a little bit to just. I should
text Michelle to be like, hey, pull up the live feed just to make sure I don't sound like shit. I mean, I shouldn't.
Yeah.
But you never know, right?
Right. You sound fine to me, yeah. And you sounded fine last week, so who knows, right?
It's
ridiculous.
Pull up our live show just to make sure.
It's a pretty terrible song, Tony.
Yeah. Come on, man. I'm the piano man over here.
I don't think so.
So, how you doing? How you been, man? How you been?
I've been sleeping a lot. I don't know what's going on, but like even for me, my hours are messed up. You know, I've talked about this before, how every once in a while, like I seem to cycle into a, like I sleep all day long type of thing. And, but it's like, I'm sleeping, but I'm not sleeping well. And then I seem to around, I don't know, 4 or 5 o'clock in the, in the evening, I hit this pocket of really good sleep. And I'm sleeping like 4 or 5 hours, and that, which is not normal for me. Normally I wake up every couple hours, basically when my sleep cycle ends, I wake up, even if it's barely wake up, but I usually wake up. So yeah, it's when I finally get up, I feel decent because I'm getting a lot of sleep, but it's also concerning because I'm getting a lot of sleep.
Right.
I mean, I don't know if there's like something going on with me or what.
I mean, a lot of sleep sounds amazing.
Yeah, right. But it's also like, I'm not doing much else because of it, which is not great. But I don't know. I mean, part of me wants to kind of just ride it out though, because I've had so much of my life where sleep is just awful.
Maybe you're just playing catch up now. Yeah, that's how it works physically.
Sure.
You're just recharging the sleep banks. Man.
Yeah.
Sure.
That's it. Yeah. If only it worked that way.
Only. It would be nice, wouldn't it?
If only, yeah. Yeah, it would. But yeah. So yeah, and because of the cold, I really haven't gone anywhere. I went out with my brother last week for a little bit, when it was not quite as bad.
Did you guys make it past the first marker before your tauntaun died? Oh, okay, that's good.
Yeah. Well, we brought extra too.
That's true. You got to have sleeper tauntauns.
Right. We learned from last time.
For sure.
Yeah. Or if not, you just call in a tauntaun drop.
Bro,
no big deal.
There has to be some nerd stripper somewhere that went by the name of Tauntauny.
No, I thought you were going to say tauntaun drop.
No, the Tauntauny. Comes out with like fur boots on and shit.
Right. She's like, yeah, you can sleep in
me
if you want to
wants to be my Skywalker up inside this or something.
Yeah, right.
Oh, man. Is that how strippers talk? I don't even know.
All sorts of, I'm sure, yeah. All sorts of lightsabers go off, if you catch my drift.
God, the younglings hide their eyes. Or murder them, either way.
Yeah. I was going to say, it's all right. We dispatched Anakin to take care of that issue. Younglings? What younglings? Is he, kicking a corpse behind the curtain?
Maybe like behind the scenes, Emperor Palpatine was just like, God, if I could, I'd kill all these younglings just because he's frustrated. And Anakin's like,
yeah.
And then, fast forward 3 hours later, you did what?
Yeah. Well, you said.
I was being sarcastic. That was the future of the Empire.
Yeah. I'm just picturing that Palpatine. It wasn't because he was evil that he, Anakin ended up killing him, but it's because the Emperor just, like you said, like that, or he was just bitching about the cost of the daycare.
God, the food costs are skyrocketing.
Yeah, it's like, get rid of all of them.
If I could get rid of all of them, I would. Make sure the door closed behind him.
Yeah. Anakin's like, herd chef.
Yeah, basically. Oh, God. He's basically, I just drew a blank on the character's name from The Godfather. The big, oaf.
Oh, yeah.
Luca Brasi. He's basically like Luca Brasi.
Yeah. Yeah.
But boss,
it's funny though, too, 'cause I'm picturing there's a wrestler named Lance Archer that his music, the song is called Everybody Dies. And I'm just picturing that song playing while Anakin's just
is it Logic? Everybody
going through
Dies?
The younglings. I don't know for sure, but it's a metals.
That's
song,
definitely not Logic then.
Yeah, I was gonna say I don't think so, but
I was like that's a great Logic tune. Oh, my eyeballs. You know what I had yesterday that was weird and fantastic?
Pulling it up to see if it's... What's that?
Well, my lovely lady suggested we do Taco Tuesday, which we haven't done in a while at my little taco spot. So I was like, hell yeah, we're doing Taco Tuesday. I'm sitting in my car after work, letting it warm up, ordering online, so I can just walk in, pick my shit up, and leave. Right?
Hell yeah. Yep.
Of course, load up on Taco Tuesday tacos because primo.
Yep.
But I noticed on their menu, because I was just perusing, looking for something new to try as well.
Yeah.
They have quesadillas, Brian. And they have a hot Cheeto quesadilla. And I'm like,
they had to go. They brought him in from West Virginia?
Apparently. Yeah.
Right.
Oh, God damn it, Brian. Also, thoughts and prayers, big hugs. Love you, brother.
Yeah, right on.
So I'm like, I have to order this. Because it's either going to be like not great or amazing. That's my thoughts.
Either way, you get a story.
For sure, absolutely. And I got to try something weird, right? So get the food home, and there's just this big-ass styrofoam container. I'm like, really? Is this my quesadilla? Thing's pretty fucking big. And
really,
it's got a bunch of chopped steak in it, too.
Oh, you didn't even know?
No, it was just steak? Like hot Cheeto quesadilla and the price. That's all it said. Oh, so I just thought, I'm like, this is just going to be cheese and hot Cheetos, and I'm gonna eat it and then hate myself.
Yeah, I was gonna say which would also work because cheese quesadillas are for sure a thing.
Yeah,
so
that was my thought process. I'm like, oh, it's like gonna be a cheese quesadilla with like a crunch in it, and that's what it was. But also had deliciously seasoned meat.
Oh, I thought the steak was the crunch.
It was, dude. It was delicious.
Yeah, it doesn't sound bad at all.
It was a little messy because it's not like they like panini pressed it or anything. So it was just kind of like loose Cheetos almost. But it was really good.
I was just going to ask if they put the actual Cheetos on it or if they like crumbled them up.
It was like half broke up Cheetos almost. Like I think they put them in it and they kind of just like smashed it down a little bit, to kind of bust them apart inside.
Right. Okay. That's
it was
interesting.
Good. And I mean,
it sounds for sure like something you could be making.
I was already saying, I'm like, this is something I would for sure like. The next time we do like soft taco night, I might just have hot Cheetos on the side to put it.
Yeah, hell yeah, dude.
Yeah, it was pretty good though, man. The hot Cheeto Dilla. That's what they should call it. It's just hot Cheeto quesadilla. They should really call it the hot Cheeto Dilla. Yeah.
Right.
Hot Cheeto Dilla. Absolutely. Yeah.
Just rolls off the tongue.
I mean, kinda.
little.
It's fun to say.
It's weird that there's no R's to roll in it, though.
Yeah, you're right.
I feel like it does sound more exotic.
Hot Cheeto, like Dorilla.
Because, white people love to show how they can roll their R's.
Yes, I'll have a burrito.
Yeah, it's like, dude, it's a burrito. Like, come on. Like, stop it. They just slap you.
Dos Equis, like, por favor.
Por fever. Dos Equis per favor.
I'll have your authentic street tacos, but add lettuce, cheese, and sour cream. Por favor. White people suck.
Yeah. God, I can't think of what show it was now. I was thinking of some show where the person's basically said that they spoke really good like Spanish or whatever, and it was just terrible.
Of course it was.
God, I can't remember which. I feel like it was one of the animated shows or something. I was like, hold on, I speak perfect Spanish or something like that. And that's what it was like, Uno, per favor.
I am fluent in Espanol.
Yeah. I'm fluent in Espanol.
Yes, Spaniard. What?
Yeah.
That sounds like a dating website. Thing. What is that?
Yeah. Is that a person like before they like an esports person? Like what's going on here? I don't understand this. Obviously it has something to do with the internet because the E in the front.
It's clearly it's the electronic Spaniard. It's the robot version of what's his name? Crow. No. The fuck's his name from Gladiator? What's his name?
Oh,
Russell Crowe. Because he was the Spaniard in Gladiator.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
I can't remember his name in the movie though. Holy
I don't
shit.
know. I just know him as the Spaniard.
Yeah.
RoboCrow. I'd watch that.
Right. Just asking. It's just some white person walking around asking where the bathroom is, but calling it the banjo.
Yes. I don't know why I got piss in this banjo, but I guess I gotta. God damn it, Cletus. How'd you even afford to get down here?
Well, you see, when you have a lot of mules like I do.
Mm-hmm. These here mules pay for my trips to Mexico.
Yep. I can get the tequila.
Get the tequila. Eating all kinds.
And some vaginas.
Vaginas, rice beans. And all the cheap beer you can drink. Yee-hoo.
Yep. You mean cerveza.
Yes.
Hombre.
I love it.
Yeah. Every time you can, use a word you've seen on a sign down there or something until it catches up with you and you use the wrong sign at the wrong time. You know, call someone's mother a whore on accident.
And you're in the desert with everyone else the cartel got.
Right, in your underpants.
Oh, I was just with no head, probably.
Oh, yeah. I was just ahead of you a little bit. So, see what I did there? Ahead.
Yeah. The average head weighs 8 pounds.
What's in the box? Did you see the director of Seven? Like, I saw an article the other day, and it was like, he finally reveals what was in the box, and I was like, didn't we all pretty much just assume what was in the
Gwenny's
box?
head.
Yeah, but what they meant was he talked about when they were filming it.
Wasn't it a replica Gwenny head?
They had a bunch of different things apparently. That way, they could
mix it up.
Yeah, so the ending wouldn't get spoiled or whatever, I guess. But it was one point it was like a replica head, and then I think there was it was like weighted, so it still felt like it was it was heavy enough to be a head. But basically his theory was just like when you have Morgan Freeman, you don't really need anything in the box. Because he's such a tremendous actor, he's gonna whatever he thinks is in the box is good enough, basically, But it was just kind of funny because when I saw that, I was like, didn't we all just assume it was Gwenny's head? Right. And so I was like, well, I got to read this. And then I was like, oh, they mean actually in
just a
like not in the
big
movie, but in
rubber
real life.
dong coiled up like a python.
Yep. Just like a one of those wacky waving arm inflatable
exactly.
guys.
But dong.
But a dong. It's one of those guys that's a dong, but his arms are also
dong,
dongs.
and then he has dong fingers.
Of course.
Oddly enough, his dong, it's a hand. Weird.
Yeah. He has an arm for a dong.
Strange.
Okay, well, metaphor switched a little bit here, but okay.
Yeah, very bizarre, but here we are.
Yeah. All right. Did not expect that.
that.
Also, why did they bother putting genitalia on this guy?
Well, they did. It's just a hand. It's fine. Everything else is arms.
But to his species,
that's true. Like, oh my God, Fred's out there with no pants on.
If you know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Oh, they dock.
Like, are you two shaking hands? Playing patty cake.
Roger Rabbit had it right.
Changes. Yeah, they did. Get out of my house.
Patty cake. Oh, Roger, you rascal.
Yep.
Did I tell you Founders is trying to kill us?
What?
Founders is trying to kill us.
No.
They're coming out with this stuff called Devil Spiked, which, sick, I guess.
Means the devil dipped his dong in whatever it is.
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
And it's going to be ginger beer, fruit punch, lemonade, and I don't remember what the last flavor is, right? And I'm not sure if these are going to be carbonated or uncarbonated. I assume the ginger beer is carbonated. But, like a Twisted Tea, I'm not sure about that, right? But they're going to be fucking 10%ers.
Oh, that's a mess.
That's a lot of percentage for something that's like, okay, it's ginger beer, hard lemonade, and I can't read that last one, and it's not in their thing.
cough medicine cherry.
Yeah, it's a green can. It's not listed for some reason. I don't know. Whatever.
Okay. It's just called
green can. But I don't. What are we doing?
I mean, dude, like drinking one of those, like drinking 2 twisted teas, man. Those are only $5, you know? Oof. Imagine you start whacking those things down, and like you said, you end up in a desert somewhere.
Yeah, for sure.
Not because of any sort of gang activity, but you just don't. You just, travel there somehow.
Yeah, I don't understand, Brad. I'm sure. I mean, if they don't taste like alcohol, people are gonna be fucked. But I'm sure,
right? Those almost have to have a heavier alcohol taste.
I would think. And I would also think that these are probably going to be pricey.
Yeah, especially at 10%, because you think about what 10% beers cost versus a 5% beer, which makes sense, I guess. That way you don't have to drink as many. Are we talking a tall boy or small?
Looks like standard 12-ouncer.
Oh my goodness. Yeah. Okay. I mean, but with like the twisted teas and stuff, they're 5%, but they're a tall boy. So I guess that's like drinking a 10% shorty, but
maybe.
I don't know. That's a lot though.
Wild.
Especially for lightweights like us.
Well, anymore, yes.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, not wrong here. Not wrong. Cheap date, Brian. Cheap date.
Yep, that's right. Well, it depends. I mean, if you start whacking these
that's
down,
true.
Probably that's not so cheap, but
But I put out, so it's okay.
Well, okay. The downside, not worth the money you spent on the beer.
Not with that much ABV.
Yeah. Yeah, you're for sure going to have some sort of a rope.
Yeah, exactly. We got to get the Mennonites over here for technology.
Right.
I need winches. I need pivot points.
Yeah.
Fulcrums.
Basically, I was going to say any basic tool from
ramps, whatever else they taught us was cool.
Yeah, that's right. Can you imagine you go into somebody's like S&M dungeon and that's what
it's like old timey like block and rope and shit.
Like what the hell?
Like, is this a sex dungeon or a historical reenactment of the Shakespearean theater?
You don't find what simple tools can accomplish sexy?
Exactly.
I find it very erotic. I guess.
I mean, I suppose. Have you ever heard? Wait till I demonstrate leverage.
Yeah. Right. Like, are you a physics teacher or something?
I am just an enthusiast. saltylanguage.com or /Patreon or patreon.com/saltylanguage. Fucked it up.
There you go. Yep.
Oh my goodness! Wow, yeah, that'd be something.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
We've been riding the fucking documentary train this week, and it's been kind of nice.
Oh yeah.
We wrapped up the Kings of Tupelo, which worth the watch. Pretty wild.
Mm-hmm.
And then it's only a 2-episode documentary, which why not just instead of 2 1-hour episodes, release it as 1 2-hour documentary.
Yeah, remember they did that with the Carlin one too.
The Jerry Springer documentary we watched.
Oh yeah, I want to watch that one too.
There was stuff that happened that they talked about that I definitely remember, and then other, stuff that I was just like, I don't even. This is big news, but not to me, I guess.
Right, it was on my radar, but I was not a person who watched it, so a lot could have happened that I'd be like, okay. Yeah. The only way it was really on my radar was at the video store when we got the tapes of it, the too hot for TV.
Yeah, now we're talking.
Because I had to keep watching to make sure, little kids kept trying to get the boxes down. Because remember we had the must be 18 to rent stickers or whatever, and kids were always wanting to peel them off because they thought that there were boobies underneath. It's like, kid, they're not going to just put titties on the front of these.
I wonder if kids would still behave that way with the internet and with like porn in their pocket, basically.
Yeah, right. It does make you wonder a little more because now it's so much easier to access than.
I guess I haven't thought about that. I'd be.
Because think of how many prepubescents, came up with like Gia or whatever movie they heard there was
Oh yeah,
boobies
for
in,
sure.
Yeah. I mean, even, us as children just, like,
yeah,
boobies.
Like, whoa, dude. Muff scene and fucking
Right.
Wow, I forgot the name of the movie.
Take your pick.
The classic one where the guy's sticking his tongue through the hole in the wall and they're spying on the girls in the locker room. Porky's.
Goonies?
Fucking Porky. You
Right.
said Goonies?
Yeah.
Yeah. Just slop, exactly. Sliding his weird deformed wiener through the hole.
Yep. What is that thing? Is that a melted candy bar?
Oh, God. I know what that is.
Sloth, get out of here. Go on, you rascal.
That's funny.
Yeah, definitely Porky's.
Yeah, you are correct. I don't think that maybe that's why maybe they do make movies like National Lampoons and stuff that would be like highlight the nudity as a comedy.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think they really make those anymore, do they?
I don't know, because obviously in the 2000s we had like the American Pie franchise, and like you said, there was like Van Wilders, and there's but you don't see. They're probably more buried on streaming services now than they are, like released, in the wild. They probably make lower budget where there's just some party thing, and then here's titties because we can put titties in there.
Yeah. I don't even know if like American Pie became a huge hit, sold on the fact some dude is going to have sex with a pie. And it had all kinds of obviously nudity and shit in it, but I don't think that would really be a thing anymore to the level that American Pie was.
Right. That's the thing is those kind of comedies, you don't see a lot of those comedies anymore.
I haven't thought about that. Maybe if someone made one, it'd be huge. Cause like for the nostalgia factor.
Or maybe we're just missing them, but I can't think of, especially theater wise, I can't think of seeing one that'd be like, oh boy, that's just that's just an excuse to get a bunch of boobs on the screen, kind of a thing.
Just like every Wednesday here in Shameless Plug Studios. Yeah,
True enough.
There's two boobs on the screen right now.
True enough. Boy, we're a misshapen.
Boy, are we. That's okay.
All right. Everyone's got a favorite one too.
Boobs are like pizza, right?
Yep, greasy and loaded with pepperoni. No?
Hell yeah!
I think
you nailed it.
I'm pretty good at these innuendos.
Nailed it. The innuendo kid.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. That's what they call me.
I've seen your Wanda poster.
Yeah. It's a Dead or Alive on it too, and there's some weird song that goes with it.
I
guess.
Song. I like it.
Something about some steel horse.
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah.
It's crazy. It's actually Thunder Horse from Brave Star.
Oh yeah, that's the steel horse to ride for sure. Forget a motorcycle. Yeah.
Now we're talking.
Yeah. That'd be awesome. I watched. I finished Clone High, the first season. I went back and watched the original. And it's weird because after watching the newer one, I'm like, oh yeah, those are characters from the new season. But the principal on there, I love like the intro to the thing, like it'll show each of the character and then it says their name. But for the principal, it's I can't think of his last name, but anyways, his name is like it's Cinnamon J something is his name, and it says as the principal. And it's just funny that all the others, it just shows like their character name, like Abe Lincoln, whatever. And then with him, it makes it, it kind of breaks the wall a little more about it being a TV show. Fun. Yeah.
So worth watching, yay or nay?
I think so. I think it was pretty fun.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
All
right.
It was really interesting though, because the first season, the way it wraps up, I wonder if they knew they weren't getting more, or if they just did a cliffhanger episode, just because like, well, we'll pick it up in season 2.
Hopefully.
Right. Oh, here we go. It's was it Cinnamon J. Scudworth? That's his name.
I mean, that's a great name.
I just also love that the guy's name is Cinnamon, and most of the people call him Scudworth or Principal Scudworth, but then there's was it a couple of the characters that call him Cinnamon. It's just I don't know why it cracks me up so much, but it does.
Huh.
Yeah. Also, something that I thought was great, since Bill Lawrence is one of the creators of it, there's an episode where I can't remember what the characters are now, but Donald Faison, Zach Braff, and Sarah Chalk play the three characters.
That's cool.
You know, like Scrubs. And I told you his wife, Kristen Miller, I don't know if they're still married, but they were. And she's on the show. And then the janitor on the show is Neil Flynn.
Oh, really?
Who was the janitor on Scrubs. Yeah. So I love that, he brought some of the Scrubs people to this show. I thought that was kind of cool, because I'm sure from listening to Fake Doctors Real Friends, it sounds like if Bill Lawrence calls and is like, hey, you want to guest star on my show or direct or what, that they're those people are like, oh,
absolutely. Yeah, we'll be right there.
Right. So yeah, it's always fun too when you watch like shows like that and you hear the voice and you're like, I know that voice. You know how many
anime shows I've watched where I'm like, wait a minute, and pause to the Google. Yep. I knew I recognized that voice.
Yep, I do it all the time. I just pull my phone up and on IMDb looking for the episode and like, oh, that's who it was. Yeah. So I was just doing it last night because I watched a show called Fired on Mars.
Okay.
And I guess it's based on a graphic novel. It's this dude who this company goes, sets up base on Mars. And he's a graphic designer and he's working there. And then basically they fire him like right away because they're just like, yeah, we don't really know why we even need you up here, kind of a thing. But they aren't like, you're going to be on the first shuttle home kind of situation. And, just things keep happening to him and it gets deeper and deeper. It's got funny moments, but I don't think it's supposed to be overall like hilarious type show. But it's, because this poor guy, of course, every time he starts getting, moving forward, of course, something happens and, he takes 2 steps back because, opposites attract.
Yes, of course.
Yeah. MC Scat Cat comes out and everything. I mean,
he was the coolest.
Yeah. But I've watched, the first episode or season of that. That was an interesting show. Like, I'm curious to see if it gets a second season or not, because it kind of leaves you on a, like, will this happen? Stay tuned next season kind of situation. Yeah.
I started watching a new anime that's been on Netflix. I should have put a note of it because, we're talking about new stuff. I don't remember what it's called. But it's only got 2 episodes out, and it's about a, like, the world's deadliest assassin.
Oh, I know what you're talking about. Yeah, I just added that last night.
I watched episode 1, and it's fantastic. I highly recommend it because now he's just like an overweight convenience store owner, but he's still like.
Is it called? Was it Saka Moto
That's
Days?
It.
Yeah. Okay. I was gonna say I knew I could pull up Netflix real quick because it's the last thing I added, so I knew it would be right at the tippy
it's
top.
Fantastic, Brian. Yeah, I can't wait to watch the next episode.
Oh yeah, that's right, because it's an actual
new
show.
It's new, yeah.
Yeah, so the episodes are coming out now. They're not all dropped. Because that was part of the reason I didn't start it. Because I was like, I'll wait until there's a few I can watch, and then I'll jump in.
I'm always kind of looking for a fun anime to watch. Because some anime, Brian, it's just I'm too old for it.
Yeah, too much. Jeez, I fudged it up.
Yes, too much of that though.
Too many tentacles. That's what
not enough, really.
Not enough. Okay, I didn't know which you needed as an older person. All right.
Yeah, no, just some of them I try to watch. I'm like, it's just too. It's not my speed. But this one fair. I like. I enjoyed this one, and hopefully you will too, Brian.
If I don't, I know who to blame.
Ted Netflix.
Yep. Oh, dude, I didn't tell you about that when I told you about how I watched the first Raw on Netflix, right? I have a couple. Well, I have an update, and then this part. I forgot to mention one of the things that irritates me the most, like UFC does this, is where they'll show like executives, and the executives are always like, "Yeah, woo," because whatever, they're like, "Look, we can party like the average guy," kind of thing.
We're
Is what
just
it
like
reads
you
as.
people.
Yeah, and it's just like, it just gives you the douche chills, right?
Vinegar.
And of
everywhere.
course, they had all the people from Netflix, up, and they had to highlight them, of course. And it was like, ugh, like anyone at home gives two fucks about any of these people, But it's like, I understand showing celebrities because people, oh, wow, so-and-so likes wrestling too, that's, hey, whatever, But just when they show those things, like I said, UFC likes to do that sometimes too, or hey, here's our partners from Fox or ESPN. It's like no one gives a fuck.
Oh, is that Ted from accounting? Tell him to fuck off.
Yeah, no one cares. Go away. The update though is that when they showed a recap on Friday, and then again this past Monday from the previous week, when they show the Hogan segment, they have like cheers behind him.
Really?
Yep. And it's like, dude, everyone and their mom, like you said last week.
Yeah.
Because remember, I was like, I'm surprised they didn't just cut that. And I was like, oh, you know what? It's because WWE is a minority partner in that company, which first of all means Hogan hates them. But
I get it, guys.
Yeah. But it was, yeah. And I was just like, and I saw other people like, yeah, nice try, WWE.
Like all someone has to do is make a like side-by-side video and like mute one, mute and unmute the other, and vice versa.
Yeah. It just made me laugh because they bothered. Now, in fairness, the whole thing, there's like kind of a generic cheering bed to it. So I think they just play it all the way through with other sounds and it kind of mixes in with it. But there was for sure zero booing. Like if I remember correctly, they don't even play Hogan really talking as much as they just show him coming out kind of a thing. And yeah, it's like they got a Saturday night's main event coming up and, he's in all the commercials for it. And I was like, I wonder at some point if WWE just finally goes,
Yep, sorry, buddy.
We don't need Hulk Hogan anymore.
Hulkamania, like you said last week, Hulkamania died.
Right. Well, also you have John Cena, right? Just parade out John Cena. The crowd still loves him. If they advertise John Cena is going to be, or The Rock, just do that. Or,
how is Hogan going to sell all his personally financed Real American bureaus?
Dude, I don't know. I'm not going to lie. If it wasn't for putting pennies in his pocket, I would be like, we need to get our hands on some Real American bureau.
It'd be funny to see him with like
I'd rather drink Stone
white
Cold's
van
beer.
and folding tables next to a highway, just trying to move cases.
Yeah. Oh man. Like we see him at Ollie's next week.
For sure.
I don't mean his beer.
Yeah. He's got a red Ollie's cape on. Yes, I'm calling it a cape.
Yeah.
And
right.
You remember Ollie's Army, brother?
Yeah.
Put your phone number in that keypad, brother.
Can I help you find something, brother? Like some Real American beer? Like enough, dude. Like I've already told you.
Like
no
we
6
get
times.
it. I'm just here for an air freshener. Where's your trees at, stupid?
Yeah.
Aisle 6Q, brother.
Yeah, right next to the Real American.
Yes. All right, I'm just leaving.
When you go back there, you just see him take off running, and wherever he's told you to go, he's standing there like
panting.
Yeah, like it's a standee of it. Like, dude, I can hear you breathing really heavy.
Yeah, there's a trail of sweat from the front to here.
Yeah. Next thing you know, the manager of Ollie's is like Terry, I told you can't keep doing this because he won't call him Hulk.
He's
Terry. The manager at Ollie's has no clue who he is.
Zero.
Yeah, and he's like, and also please stop ripping the employee shirts.
For the love of God.
Yeah, like, and the
we
aprons
only
also.
issue you 2. You're down to 1.
Yeah, these are all coming out of your pocket. And you've only sold 1 case of beer, and that was to yourself. Bureau, sorry. But anyway, yeah.
Well, that's wild.
It's what's really interesting about Raw on Netflix is they don't have. I mean, they do because of the stadium and all their permits and blah, blah, blah. But as far as Netflix goes, there's no hard out.
Oh, yeah.
You know, when they were on USA, bang, 11 o'clock or 11:05 or whatever, you know, USA, I'm sure you remember, USA used to give them a little
buffer
cushion. Yeah. But on Netflix, like if they want to go 5 hours, I guess Netflix is like, sure, go ahead.
We don't give a shit.
But
have you seen our streaming studio or streaming warehouse full of servers?
They're going to cut them after a season. They're going to fire them all after a season anyway.
That is classic Netflix.
Sorry, no more Raw. Like, what?
Netflix fires.
Like, we have the contract for 3 more years.
You thought you did, bitch.
Yeah. Oh, man. Yeah, it's really wild, though, too, because, you know, like when they're talking about SmackDown and stuff like that on the show, they're like, for everyone outside the U.S., it'll right here on Netflix. But for the U.S., you know, they keep explaining it. That was my other big thing with the first thing of Raw that annoyed me, but I understood it, which was they very much treated it like it was a brand new product that they were introducing, which it is, I'm sure, to some people. You know, they didn't do as much of that in the second episode, thank God. You know, because otherwise for longtime fans, that's going to get really annoying. You know, it's like you get it sometimes, but it's like, okay, we don't need this all the time. But I asked Ashley how they handled it in Canada, because like I thought it was just because I'm on the ad tier that there were commercials. You know, and apparently that like Raw has commercials basically no matter what, or it's supposed to have, they have commercial breaks. I guess in Canada, they just don't turn the camera off. So you just see, you know, whatever's going on, which is basically nothing. Like having been at live Raw and SmackDown tapings, or not tapings, but broadcasts, during what everyone sees as a commercial, sometimes they'll have something that they'll play up on the screen, but like usually, you know, they introduce a wrestler, so you hear their intro song and then they go to commercial. They just cut the music off and nothing happens for X amount of time, and then the music kicks back on when they're coming back in.
If they were smart in that dead time, they would have a dog catching frisbees in the ring.
I agree. Or someone demonstrating a butterfly sword.
Yes, not cut the ropes, ruin the show.
Oh, you're right. Yeah, and the dog catching a frisbee. Yeah.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah. All right, fine. Wait, a dog catching butterfly
Now we're talking.
swords.
A dog made of butterfly swords catching frisbees.
Okay, I think you jumped the shark on that one.
I flew too close to the sun.
Wait, a dog shaped like a butterfly sword catching butterfly swords, jumping a shark.
Made of frisbees.
Made of frisbee.
We're back, baby.
But yeah, it's really weird when you see it live, because also, you know, for anyone who hasn't gone to a live event, you can't hear the commentary.
Well, I mean, that makes sense.
You know, obviously, because right, like, and it's not like a baseball game where you can just.
I'm kind of surprised they don't offer something like that.
Right, like on your phone or something, to where, you know, hey, go here and you can hear the audio. I mean, you could if you somehow had access to Netflix while you were in the stadium. You could now.
A delay. There has to be a delay.
There has to be, right? But anyway, you know, and it is weird, you know, when you first go, like, especially like you go to a pay-per-view or something, you know, you're used to all the announcers stuff, and you don't get any of it. It's just the crowd noise and the, you know, the wrestling.
Why you go and you have
so
like
it's very weird.
7 old fashions and you do your own commentary.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yes.
Yes. Well, you know, there's usually enough chatter going on in the crowd that there's something going on. It's not like it's absolute quiet or anything. But like the last time I went to SmackDown, you know, during the commercial, I forgot what wrestler came out. You know, they play his music. He comes out. He gets halfway down the ramp and stops. And we're like, what the hell? And then we're like, oh, it's commercial. Like, and it cut.
That's so weird.
Like, they cut the music, the Tron, everything just, you know. And then you see a guy walk over in front of him and get, you know, like 3, 2, and then bang, the music comes back on, and then the guy finishes walking to the ring.
That's so weird.
Usually they let him get all the way to the ring, but yeah, it was I forgot about it because it had been a while since I had been at one, you know, and you're just like, what the hell? Like, oh, commercial. You know, like, duh, I should have known from years of watching how it's paced. I should know that it's a commercial.
That is bizarro world that they do that.
Right. But on TV,
well,
you
yeah,
don't see any. You don't
it's
notice
the magic
anything.
of television, Brian. Everyone has 10 pounds added to them. You know.
Yeah.
It's still real to me, damn it. The whole thing.
Yeah. The black mat's still weird to me a little bit. Watching Raw with a black mat, you know, instead of like that gray that they had.
What
for
I
years.
want to know is the black matte black.
Probably not. It's matte black, but it's like that's a guy's name who made it. It's it's a matte black.
It's a black matte in matte black that's made by Matt LeBlack.
Yes. Whew.
Wow.
That's hard to say, black to black.
That hurt, right?
Yeah. It's weird though. It almost makes the ring, to me, it makes the ring seem a little smaller. And I wonder, because I think other promotions have done it in the past. And I was like, I wonder, because I thought their ring was smaller. I wonder if it's just an
isn't
illusion.
that a big lady trick? Wear black. So
I think so.
It works for the mat then.
Yeah. Yeah.
There you go. It's all coming together.
Yeah, that's it. Maybe the mat was getting
exactly.
so
The mat never wears stripes.
You're right.
Maybe animal print.
The referees don't even really wear stripes anymore. So they got those black shirts I told you
also
about.
very slimming. See?
Yeah.
It's all coming together.
All right. I see what they're doing now. Okay. Fair enough.
Yeah,
Fair enough. Yes.
So when a ref slides in to do like the 3-tap on the black mat, does he just like vanish? Looks like a floating head.
No, it's not. The shirts are not. I think they're more like a dark charcoal than they are black. So you can still differentiate, but they're very similar. There's like a stripe, like on where there would be like a chest pocket. There's a WWE logo, and then there's like a thick black stripe that basically goes all the way down the shirt behind.
So it stands out against the matte black mat. Okay.
Yes.
That makes sense.
Yeah. Huh. Man, that's tough, man.
It's fun though.
It's tough. Rock it out,
dude.
Yep.
You know what I've discovered? Actually, I've known this for a while, but it gets even worse in the cold. I am the worst X-Men. Because I build up exceeding amounts of static electricity to the point that, like, if I touch anything that's metal or electronic, it hurts.
Mm-hmm.
Like I touched.
Awesome.
Like I was handing Michelle something. I touched the top of her laptop, and the shock I got made my hand convulse.
That's pretty cool. Were you able to then turn that into some other energy and shoot it back out like
pure rage?
Oh, yeah.
Like okay, I'm not kidding, man. It's Cheeto's in the chat. He's leaving. See you, buddy. Love you, buddy.
See you, Cheeto.
Like I get hesitant to grab stuff and touch stuff.
Oh,
because I'm like, is this gonna hurt? You know, like, bro. The worst I ever had was I was doing laundry Sunday, and I go to open up I was doing dishes, and I open up the dishwasher, hinges down, and I arced out through my sweatpants from my dick, and it hurt like a son of a bitch.
Oh man, that's a good time right there. No,
dude, it. All
right, I'll cross it off my list.
It sucks. And it's like I think I've been like that my whole life, but it's like it obviously wearing this shit doesn't help, but it keeps me warm.
Yeah.
But dude,
I like when you get out before you pump gas, you touch your car, right?
I live dangerously. No, of course I do. Of course I do.
Well, I was gonna say with the amount of electricity you're building up, I just feel like you're a
even
gas
in the
station fire
summertime,
waiting to happen.
I shock my car shocks me, and I shock my car. Like I have to like I touch the glass and like I palm shit or use my elbow if the shirt. It's horrible. Yeah.
Wow.
I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's like a body chemistry thing. I have no idea.
Well, it's good to know if you and I are ever out and there's like an electrical storm or something. I feel safer.
True.
Then.
Yes.
I feel like you're the one that's going to get
If there's gasoline
hit,
fumes, do not feel safe because I'll just randomly arc out into a chain link fence or something.
Yeah.
Everybody dies.
Yeah. Yeah. Well. Whatever, I guess at that point, maybe I'll get some cool powers out of it.
I don't know. Is like full body grafts a cool power?
Yes, when you include the twitching.
What's your superpower? All my skin came from my ass. Huh.
That explains the smell. Oh no, that's just the burnt.
Yeah, that's the underlying burnt.
Yeah. Like,
I see.
Okay.
I see.
Okay. Right.
Oh, I don't know why I'm thinking about this now. Girl Scout cookie season, right?
Yeah.
I usually buy a couple boxes from like coworkers because support the kids.
Well, they hold you down and take your wallet. I've seen how those
they
girls
don't mess
work.
around anymore.
No, they surround
Actually,
you.
they barely sell anymore, honestly.
Yeah, I know. I actually last year I thought that I didn't see a lot of them set up. I saw a couple, like one over by Kroger, and maybe it's all of them should just move to right next to the dispensary.
Get this, it's weird. It's all internet based now. Like, so I found out my guy at work, his daughter's selling them. I'm like, bro, let me look at the catalog. And he's like, yeah, there's no catalog. I'm like,
yeah, it makes sense, right? Cuts down on costs. They don't have to print.
So catalogs. You order them, and you can even just have pay a little more, just have them shipped to your house.
Yeah, I saw that.
Which is wild to me. But so anyway, I'm gonna buy some cookies. I'm not buying cookies that I can find at Aldi. I won't do it. Right. But they brought back the big lemon cookies and stuff like that.
Oh, yeah, I love those. Yeah, yeah. You're right. Yeah, you can't get those as far as I know, unless you go to some place that makes cookies.
So I'm like, all right, dude, here's my phone number, and I rattle it off to him.
Yeah.
And then I realized, this is Friday, I realized that, I never got a text from him. And I'm like, what the fuck? Like, how am I supposed to buy cookies if I don't get this link? So come Monday, Monday morning, I run into him, and he's like, hey, you gave me the wrong phone number. I'm like, what do you mean? So he opens up his phone, and he reads his phone number, and he missed a digit. Like, obviously, I'm not going to read my phone number out. But
yeah, I will.
So whoever he texted, they're like, hey, dude, wrong number. Who is this? And, the guy's like, oh, it's me.
Right. It's like, I'm just trying to sell some cookies.
It's like, oh, this is me. It's, me from work. Isn't this Tony? And the guy's like, no. And he said 15 minutes later, he got a text that was just like, good luck finding your daughter's, cookie campaign. I bought some cookies.
Well, that's
awesome.
Right? I mean, all right. Help the guy out. Help the girls out with whatever it is. They get a penny a box or something like that, I think.
I don't even know.
I'm sure it's nothing. Yeah.
I thought that shit was pretty funny, though. Just some random strangers all right, I'll buy cookies. That's what I told him. I'm like, you guys start just texting randomly, like at midnight when people are drunk and high,
Oh my God, what show was that on? Oh God, I don't remember. There was some podcast I used to listen to, and that was like one of their end of show bits was they would take their phone number and just move one digit one way or the other and call somebody.
What do you call it? Number neighbors or whatever they call it.
Yeah, something like that. And I just remember, most of the time they got nobody, and I think they abandoned it because most of the time nobody answered because people go, who the fuck
I don't know this person. I'm not answering this.
Right, but it was like, man, that could have been a funny bit years ago. Where people always answered the phone.
Yes.
But now that we all have caller ID, it's just like, or, your phone's just going to go potential spam probably, and you're just like, nope.
I mean, my rule of thumb is if it's not in my contacts, not going to, leave me a message.
Same.
Yeah.
Yep. Same here. But yeah, I was thinking that though, that would be really funny to kind of do is just, like you said, just go up or down on some of the numbers and just text.
Dude, I saw an old school phone bit play out in real life on Friday too. Yes,
really?
After every other week at work, we go out after work, get some lunch, have some beers.
Yeah.
We went to Twin Peaks, right?
Right.
Which I'm like, awesome, because it's 5 minutes from the house. Perfect. But so the place is dead, but we're sitting at the bar. There's just like four of us, and the bartender comes over, and she's like, hey, are any of you guys named Bobby? And we're all like, no.
It can be, maybe. Yeah.
And then she goes down the bar. She's like, hey, is your name Bobby? And the guy just goes, oh, shit. And he slams his beer. And I didn't hear the exchange you have with the bartender, but she grabs the phone and she's like, nope, there's no one named Bobby here. And the guy cashes out and leaves, right? And so when she comes back over, I'm like, so you told that person that he wasn't here? And she's like, oh, yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
But I just I've never seen that in real life.
Right. That reminds you of Cheers.
Yeah, right?
like somebody'd call for Norm and he'd be like, like Vera would call for him and be like, oh shit, just down his beer and
that's what it felt like.
See ya.
And I was just like, dude, this guy must always be here, or he goes to like 3 different bars, and she's like, where the fuck is Bobby?
Right.
He told me he got off early today. It's damn near 5 o'clock. He should be home.
He's like, look, I wanked it in the sink at work.
It's crazy.
Yeah. It was only 2 today. Usually I don't do that till 3:30.
I don't think I've ever actually seen anyone get a phone call at a bar like that.
No, it's funny. I don't think so either. Like, even maybe we just didn't notice as kids. It would have been more likely when we were children.
For sure, yeah.
Because I know my dad has told me stories about how my grandma used to call whatever bar my grandpa used to go to.
Oh, really?
And and basically be like, hey, you need to come home kind of thing. Or if he didn't answer, come home, whatever, she would send my dad to go get him. Or in the rare occurrence, she would go
That's
get
probably
him.
Even worse.
Oh, for sure. You don't want your old lady pulling you out of the bar. Your kids.
That's fucking smog coming out of the mountain.
Yeah. Yeah, basically, right? Like, yeah, it's so funny. Like I said, I wish I could have seen more of that dynamic, because all I know of my grandma is the like church going lady, and she always has been that person. Like, she's never smoked or drank or any of that stuff. But I guess my grandpa used to smoke like a chimney, and he used to hit the bar every day.
That's
like after work. Like, I don't know if he was an alcoholic or not. I never got into all that. My dad never really alluded to him being an alcoholic. I think he just, after work went and had a couple beers, basically.
Right.
I think he's
probably a regular. He knows other people. It's just it's like a social thing.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the vibe I got from my dad. But you never know. He also could be like, he didn't know his grandpa. He doesn't need to know he was a raging alcoholic. Like, I don't really know.
Like, I have obviously no doubts my dad alcoholic, but I also know that was his social time.
Right. Oh, God, yeah. Your dad was for sure all about it. We another friend of ours, dad was like that too. When he used to drink, he was, that was what it was. It was all about that social time, but also
about, having some drinks.
You're knocking drinks back. Yeah,
for sure.
It wasn't just, I'm going to go to the bar because I like all the people there. It was, I'm going to go to the bar where I like the people
and can have some beers.
Yeah. Which is, whatever. But yeah, whatever. Yeah. Well, I guess we should probably move to QoftheW here. We're over an hour. So I do have one last thing real quick that I guess is kind of a shut up and take my money. Apparently there's a G.I. Joe Battle of the Arctic Circle game powered by Axis and Allies, it says.
What?
Downside is it runs $60, but apparently it's 2 to 4 players, and playtime is what's funny? It says players 2 to 4, parentheses, best with 2 or 4 players. So apparently playing in teams, you don't really want to pull the old 2-on-1 in it.
Right.
So if you're going to play this on a night of a threesome,
right out.
Like, this is not the game for you.
That's funny.
You got to either bring a fourth in, or somebody's got to sit and wait. Somebody could, sit in the creep chair.
Well, yeah.
But,
I mean, absolutely.
Yeah.
Wow.
But of course, it's, you're playing as G.I. Joe against Cobra trying to control the weather. Those Cobra rascals.
This is cool.
It looks pretty neat. Yeah.
Why would it not switch to picture on what are we doing here?
Right. Well, and it's funny too, because like when you look at the pieces, they actually have like HISS tanks and the Rattler plane, but they also have the aircraft carriers that we all know and love from Axis and Allies and the industrial complexes, I think, and the battleships are like standard.
The map is much smaller, which makes sense. Arctic Circle.
Right.
Oh yeah, these pieces are cool. Yeah. Right?
Yeah.
Wow.
So I literally just saw this when I was looking for something else. It's rated 7, so it says that it's good. But yeah. Yeah,
this is cool, man.
Yeah. I figured that this is probably a tamed down Axis and Allies, because it says at the bottom that it's a good way to get into the Axis and Allies series.
Yeah, it probably just uses the mechanics.
Right, but I mean, Axis and Allies is it's a broad game. Like there's a lot to learn. So if they kind of, I don't want to say dumb it down, but if they dumb it down a little bit, I'm not against that at all, especially when G.I. Joe's involved.
2 to 4.
You know?
Whoa.
Like who cares? Let's play G.I. Joe.
Oh, absolutely, you know? Right. 20 G.I. Joe Troopers, 20 Snow Serpents, 12 Snowcats, 12 Wolves. Man. This game looks fun.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah,
you know, I now see that they're doing all kinds of stuff that's powered by Axis and Allies.
It's so smart to just skin stuff over, similar to like video games.
Yeah.
You know, like they have a certain engine and they're just like, hey, we're going to use this engine, but we're going to do something cool over the top of it.
Wait a minute.
Yeah.
This says Heroescape. Did they bring back Heroescape? What?
Yeah, it's like crazy expensive, but
Oh my God. Would you look at that?
Yep.
Man. I love board gaming, and now I love it even more, Brian.
Right? So yeah, pretty good shut up and take my money there.
Yeah, absolutely.
Seems like it'd be fun to play too. And you know, of course, it looks like a game you can hopefully play multiple times. I hope there isn't just like
it said 3 different scenarios in the little synopsis I saw.
Okay,
which I'm sure there's also, you know, you could probably just set up your guys and like, let's battle or whatever. You know?
Yeah.
I don't know. That's cool though. Oh, it's in pre-order.
Yep.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, honestly,
order 16 of them.
It comes with 100 minis for the amount of pieces and whatnot you get. $60 is about right for a game like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
It is. I just I just hate to lay out 60
I get
bucks,
it.
Yeah. But you're right. It is on par with other games and stuff. So it's not like it seems anything ridiculous. You know what's funniest to me about this though is the box itself, because on the box there's Cobra Commander and there's Baroness. And after that, Destro's way over here in the corner. Okay. I was going to say most of the characters they show in here are kind of like the B and C team. You know, because I think that's Admiral Flag there, and you have Blizzard, and I can't remember the guy on the right. But the others are just like Snow Vipers,
I don't remember his name either.
So you know what I mean. But it's just like, you know, there's no Snake Eyes, there's no Duke, no Storm Shadow.
I have Lady J, a Flint, theory.
You know. Okay.
What if expansions, and then they come out with like hero characters?
Yeah, which would make tons of sense.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's my guess.
Because otherwise, it is kind of interesting to not have those characters. I guess in fairness, I don't know if they actually have, like, in the pieces, I don't know if you actually get, you know, well, no.
Yeah, it was like 20 generic troopers for each side. And
right. Yeah, 20 Joe, 20 Snow Serpent. I'm sorry, I said Snow Vipers. They're Snow Serpents.
Serpents would not work well in the snow. They're cold-blooded.
Right. Also, I thought those were his tanks, and I'm silly because they're not. Like you said, they're snowcats and whatever.
Or snakes or something.
Yeah, I'm not as good with the vehicles in G.I. Joe. I know some of them. The planes are Rattlers, though, even though it's just I forgot the style of plane it is, but it's, you know, they were called the Rattler.
Oh, it's like an A-10 Warhog is what it looks like. Yeah.
You know, yeah, because I'm sure you remember those.
Of course.
And then the F-16s from G.I. Joe. Oh God, what did they call that? I don't remember.
Cats or something, or Tomahawks.
Yeah, Tomahawk was a chopper, I think, because they're actually Tomahawk chopper. I don't know. Anyway, but yeah, whatever. It's, you know. Oh yeah, there you go. 10 Rattler aircraft minis, 10 Sky Striker aircraft minis. Apparently, those are Sky Strikers. That's not a name.
It doesn't ring familiar to me.
To me, so I feel like but whatever. You know, I do appreciate the fact that they at least brought some G.I. Joe / Cobra vehicles into. I should have known the Snowcat though, because I owned that. That's one of the few vehicles I did own because it came with Blizzard.
Oh yeah, right.
Yeah, I'm sure you remember it now, or the one I had.
Trained
right?
a guy at work yesterday. It looks like fucking Blizzard. Bright orange beard and hair.
Does he wear the same outfit?
I should force him to.
Yeah. You should.
This isn't my job, but you need to wear this.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Like, listen, asshole, I watch G.I. Joe too. I'm not wearing it.
He doesn't know what G.I. Joe is, I guarantee it. He looks way too young for that.
Oh, all right. All right, fair enough.
Oh, man.
That's it. I was just having a conversation with the guy at GameStop about that because he drew a Skeletor that he's got up on their like pre-order board, and it's basically like Skeletor commands you to blah blah blah. And I was like, dude, you've had Skeletor up there for like 10 years. It's time for something new. And he goes, yeah. He's like, I'm trying to think of a character that's obscure, but not so obscure that no one will know what it is. Because the first one he had up there was like Space Ghost, and there were quite a few people that were like, "Who's that?"
Hopefully, all those people were arrested. I hope.
Well, it tells you that they're younger than our generation because they would have at least known him from Space Ghost Coast to Coast.
Did they get spanked by their spank ray?
I hope so. Spanked them smartly. But so he was trying to come up with
clearly
someone
Mojo
else, and I'm
Jojo.
standing there and I'm like, yeah, that's actually a decent one. I should mention that to him.
Obviously, that's a choice.
Because Mojo Jojo would be a good choice. All right, yeah, I'll try to remember that next time I'm in there. Because he asked me if I had any ideas, and I was like, "Dang."
I had ideas, but I left them at home.
Yeah, it was like when you're put on the spot like that too. Plus, all the ones I was thinking of were from like our generation, and the best one he came up with while we were there is he mentioned Mum-Ra, and he goes, "But which Mum-Ra should I draw?" And I said both. Like Mum-Ra transforming, like mid transformation would be awesome. You showed like the feeble old like skeleton basically, and then have the big, what is it, the ever-mighty or almighty or ever-living, whatever. Have that one behind him would be cool. But I thought Mum-Ra was a good pick,
absolutely,
because there's probably going to be a lot of people who have no clue who Mum-Ra was. I told him, I said, they just launched a Silverhawks comic book. I said, so you could do a Silverhawks character too, because probably no one will remember.
Yeah, I don't remember. I watched Silverhawks. I do not remember who the enemies were.
I couldn't tell you the characters even. I think the one little orange thing was called Kit, if I'm not mistaken. And that's about it. All I remember is, the one everybody seemed to love was the like cowboy one that had the guitar.
Yes, he piloted their Silverhawk plane or whatever the fuck it was called. Sky Striker, I guess. But
I can't remember what it was called, or I can't remember one other character from that show. Even though I watched it all the time, I had a few of the figures. I had that vehicle, but couldn't tell you. I had no clue. So anyway, yeah. All right. Let's do the QoftheW.
Roger that, man.
Roger.
Yes, I've been enjoying the bots in Star Wars Jedi Survivor. The droids are so chatty in that before you take them out. It's very entertaining.
Right. They're actually pretty good in the Lego game too, especially when they get like they're like, oh no, and like they do in the movies, and Roger, and they got a little funniness.
I almost forgot to talk about this. You said Lego, and it reminded me. Yeah. Brian, Legos are amazing.
I've heard.
I
haven't put a set together in, I don't know, 800 or 900 years.
I put a set together over the weekend, Sunday night.
Yeah.
Because I got it for Christmas, and it's like a burger food truck. It's amazing.
Nice.
And I made a little Instagram series about it. But not...
Okay. Oh, yeah,
that's right. Moto Tony on Instagram. And
not on TikTok?
Not on TikTok. And it was so satisfying to put together and just felt so nice to do that I'm like, I get it now. I get it, adult Lego people.
Use them as their Zen.
Yeah.
Yep. That's their Zen thing is to just put, because you have to focus on what you're doing. If you're building a set proper, I mean, if you're just fucking around like we did as kids, it's, you don't
everything
have to
turns into a dumb car.
Focus as much. You can just kind of start randomly jamming pieces.
You just got jammed.
Yeah, exactly. Yep.
No, it was terrific.
Like this
dude.
Used to be a Galactic Destroyer. Now it's just a dumb car. Now it's just a
dumb car.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was awesome, and now I'm just kind of like, Lego are expensive. I might have to pick up a small one every so often. I think the internet got wonky.
They've got some smaller sets that are not. Yeah, it did. There's a big delay. They've got smaller sets that aren't terrible, that are like under $20, but it sucks that you can't buy the big cool sets because they're like $300.
Plus, I'm not gonna lie, I had fun. Had
a lot of really cool stuff.
I had a lot of fun setting up the photos to for my little Instagram series.
Oh yeah, right.
It was awesome.
I know Lego had a thing online, like I don't know if it was an app or what it was, but they used to have a thing where you could like it was like a Lego studio or something like that, where you could upload your take pictures and upload them, I think, to that, and then make like your own little
that's
videos
pretty
with
cool.
them. I don't know if it still it probably still exists in some form, but I don't know. I know for a while I think it was called like Lego Studio or Lego Creator. It was something like that. I don't know if you had to pay for it or not. I have no clue. Probably. But I don't know.
Probably.
Yeah. Because I remember watching some videos that people made that were pretty good and I know a few got taken down because people were basically making porn.
Of course they were.
Because of course they were, yeah.
That's why we can't have nice things, you freaks.
It is true.
Anywho, QoftheW. Last week we asked you guys, if you were a ghost, how would you haunt people? Diamond Top fan Kiki, she says, I'd move everything around to inconvenient and obscure places.
Oh my, like the back of a Volkswagen?
No, we didn't say tight places.
Oh.
But yes. And that's all we got.
Wow.
Yeah, nothing on Instagram. Yeah.
Man. All right. Well, Cheeto sent his in because he's a good boy. He is
a good boy. We love Cheeto.
Yep. And he says, bro, I be straight up jorking it. And by it, let's just say my ghost peanuts. Fab. Ectoplasm sounds. That'd be horrible. Can you imagine you just find piles of ectoplasm and you don't even realize what it is?
What is this?
Oh, man. You're just cleaning it up. He puts it on top of your ice cream sundae.
Oh,
just whatever.
God. Fucking ghost goo
I hope you can
everywhere.
See it. Yeah. I just hope you can see it. Otherwise, God, that'd be horrible.
Remember when Bill Cosby was Ghost Dad? That's how he worked.
Yeah. Fair enough. But he says also ghost poops on the floor so you walk around with ghostly turds between your toes at night. Oh man.
I mean, if you don't know the ghost turd's there, does it exist?
And also if you're a cat owner, I think you're just like, cat must have thrown up again, and you just keep going.
Yes.
You know?
Yes.
He says, just say boo randomly. Now I'm assuming he means an essential, like, hey boo kind of way.
Sup, boo? Hey girl, hey.
Can you imagine? You just keep hearing that randomly. What the fuck?
I'm sorry. Did you say "Hey Boo"? No, huh?
you say "Hair Boo"? I could go for some gummy bears.
Hair Boo sounds pretty good.
Like no, I said "Boo," like I'm a ghost. Like all right. Well, you're not very scary.
Line me up with a Hair Boo All-Star pack. We're happy.
Yep. And a thing of Lego.
Oh,
you're all
God.
set.
Hair Boo All-Star pack.
Or
Lego. Hot Cheeto-dilla.
Just a couple bags of those gummy bricks that we ate.
Oh my!
Those were by far the best tasting, and you could build with them.
Those were amazing.
You need some wheels though, so you can make a dumb car. But other than that,
just bite them in the wheels.
Oh yeah, good call. You're right. He also says, "Have you wondering why it always smells like Marlboros and pot?"
That's funny.
And he says, drink all your Coke and snort all your other Coke. Oh man, that'd be terrible. You line up a couple rails. Next thing you turn around to, like look back and it's gone.
Wow, it's like if Slimer was a junkie.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Yep. Man. Well, Cheeto, all I can say is thank you for that, and also thank you for spicing up Tony's quesadilla the other day. That was
amazing, dude.
So, yeah. Or whatever he called it, the steak Cheeto-dilla.
Hot Cheeto-dilla.
Yeah, that's what it was.
Not Dia, Dilla.
Dilla, sorry. I gotta say
Hot
it right.
Cheeto-dilla.
Yeah. All right, that's all I got. So 1 through 6 for this week, I guess.
What is today's date, Brian?
15th.
That means we're gonna go 5.
Okay. All right. If you made a startup noise like a Windows computer every time you woke up, what would what would you want that noise to be?
Oh, what do I want it to be?
Yeah, see, that changes. I thought it would be what would it be? Because that's a much different
Like
question.
100% it already is. Ah, fuck. Because what's usually my alarm going off. You know? But what do I want it to be? Like when I open up my eyes in the morning?
Yeah. Yeah, because otherwise, in the comments, the two most popular answers on Reddit were basically like, creaking noises or farts.
Yes. I think what I want it to be when I wake up, Ryan, is that most excellent and satisfying GameCube load noise. It was like, dung. I mean, it would get annoying after about 3 months of living with me, and I would definitely be single until I died.
Yeah, probably. Yeah, especially if you could not
control it.
Get rid of it. Yeah. Just I can't. I'm
sorry. Sorry, honey. No, don't leave.
Girl wakes you up in the middle of the night. She's got that look in her face, and she's like, "Yeah, mood's gone."
Exactly. You get up to take a leak. God damn it.
Yeah. I mean, mine would obviously be the satisfying sound of pulley system.
Of course.
Yeah, or a butterfly knife.
What was the MGM line?
That would be great. Again, amazing for a few times, and then you're like, "Oh my god, can I turn this off?"
I'm gonna kill him.
Yeah.
I'm killing him tonight. I'm gonna kill him.
It's like ringtones on your phone. The first couple times you're like, after about 50 times you're like, this is not as funny anymore, or cool, or
like
whatever.
There was a time where Michelle had the R2D2 scream as her text message. And then there was just one evening, it was just like, wow, because she kept getting texts. And I was just like, what are we doing?
Like your phone has to die.
Yeah. You're exactly right.
I mean, I guess the sounds of younglings dying would be
a good one. Soothing.
Yeah.
Soothing.
Just they're screaming.
Yes. And lightsaber noises.
Because, like, oh God, I'm awake again. Yeah. I don't know. I'm trying to think what would be a good, like, power-up sound. Trying to think of like other devices over the years, like when you first.
I mean, if we're talking Star Wars, just the Star Wars like symphonic drop when Star Wars hits the screen.
That would be
what?
Yeah. That would be great. You can just picture you're laying in bed, the sound hits, and then above you it just projects
the like, scroll. Telling you like what's on your day.
Yeah. All right, that's for sure the answer.
Like you're about ready to wake up when there's just like the room turns a little blue because it's just like a long time ago in a galaxy far, far away.
Yeah. Like, oh, fuck. Like because you always wake up before the alarm.
Yes.
Like you're fine with it. Your partner's because it's just so abrupt. Once again, like after 2 times, they're like, "You turn that shit off, or I'm leaving." Like I can't.
Like, I wish I could. It's a defect. I was born this way.
Yeah, like I didn't read the fine print when I signed on. I'm tied to this for at least 5 years.
Yeah, it's an advertising gig. God damn it, Disney.
Like I didn't know what I was clicking.
We are living in cyberpunk.
Yeah. Your Honor, my client is an idiot.
Yes. It's that lawyer's defense every time.
Yep. And oddly enough,
undefeated.
He's never lost a case.
36-0, baby.
Yep. Every time he just finds a way.
Oh, he's got that southern charm. Bolo tie.
Life.
Yeah.
Yep. Drinking a mint julep in court.
Oh, absolutely.
Judge always allows it,
Yeah, no.
Judge, I'd like to, say that I don't think it's appropriate that the counsel's drinking a mint julep. Judge clinks glasses with him. I'll allow it.
Yes.
Wait a minute. How come I didn't get asked for one?
Because you're an asshole.
He looks around the courtrum. Everyone has one.
Except him.
Except him. Even his client.
Yeah, I was right to say that.
Like, what? How'd you get that?
Really?
They were handing them out. How did you not get
really?
one? Yeah, they had a whole table
I
of
mean,
them.
really?
Yeah. You couldn't have grabbed me one? I thought you'd get your own.
I like that QoftheW. There's so many good noises, but yeah, I'm sticking with my GameCube.
Now, yeah, because you're right. Otherwise, the thing is, like, I think my first reaction when I get up is just like, because I'm achy and stiff and
exactly.
Yeah. So that would for sure be my normal startup noise.
Yes. Yeah. Fuck. And I'm fumbling trying to get my snooze button. Yeah. Hacking.
Yeah.
It's like.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just all together, just fucking gross.
Yeah. Realistically, like, you should just probably be with yourself for your first 5 minutes of your day, just to get all that taken care of.
What's better though, old school GameCube or really old school Sega when it was like Bega?
Oh, that was pretty cool too.
Great.
Yeah. Wait, it's the Sega theme, but it's like Brian.
I kind of like this.
Or Tony, of course.
Yes.
Yeah. That way it kind of announces. I mean, it sucks if you don't have a 2-syllable name.
Yeah, that's true.
Sucks to suck.
Hey, whatever.
That's all I can say about that.
Get a better name, stupid.
Yeah.
Bozo.
Yeah. Nickname time. Yeah. Nickname time. Yeah, it's funny. You have to program your name in. It's like, sorry, that's 3 syllables.
That is one syllable too many.
Yep.
Nice.
Like, but my name doesn't make sense as 2 syllables. Like, have you tried a hockey nickname? The first part of your last name with a Y at the end, basically.
Yeah, that's true, right?
Yeah. It's
dying.
Exactly.
Ugh.
Except for like yours. Yours wouldn't. Nobody's calling you hi.
Yeah, hi.
Unless they want to sound like a really just.
I think
idiot.
if you have a single syllable, you need it can't be a Y. It's got to be a ZY. So it's like hi-z.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, you got to add something else to it. Yeah, because like mine turns into Stewie, of course. But yeah. Because
Stewie sounds great. Stu Z, I don't know about that. No, hi sounds terrible. Hi-Z, I'm down.
Yeah. I'm just picturing a bunch of guys calling each other, "Hey, Jonesy, Stewie, what's up?" Hey,
hi.
Sounds like you're having a stroke.
Yeah, exactly. They are. They actually are. That
you just like
that one time it did happen.
Yeah. Like, oh, geez. Like, we gotta get this guy better nickname.
Like, Jesus Christ.
Yeah. What's his first name?
Also single syllable. Damn it.
Yeah.
And it ends with a Y. Damn it.
Yeah. Like, how's that even work? Ty. It's Ty. Oh, okay. Oh, you're right. Ty doesn't work either.
Easy though, maybe.
Yeah. Like, you know what? Let's just throw this guy out of the group. He's too much work. Oh, I don't like him. He's out. Oh, shit. All right. Well, head on over to saltylanguage.com. Yes. Or real quick, we'll recap the question, which is if you made a startup noise like a Windows computer every time you woke up, it should be like a computer. Because like Macs make a startup sound too.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
Because for a while the Mac startup sound was pretty well known, So anyway, but yeah, every time you woke up, what would you want that noise to be? Not what would it be, but what would you want it to be?
I would like to hear both, honestly, if you have it in you.
Yeah.
Is it in you?
For sure.
Is it in you?
Yeah, because for sure they're very different or should be different answers unless you want your wake up sound to be like a bowel emptying fart or
earth shattering,
or yeah, pants ruining,
yes, sheet destroying.
Yep. New mattress
having to buy. Better buy a bucket of paint.
Yep. New carpet.
Yep. New dog because it jumped out the window.
Just reminds me of that episode of Futurama where Fry has worms.
Oh yeah.
And they're gonna make him have they're basically making his colon spasm, and one of them says something, and the professor's basically like, look, he'll be lucky if he still has bones. This is gonna be one big like bowel movement. Like, oh my.
Oh my.
Oh my.
Show us what you got.
Yep. Or don't, whatever. Like this week, make us sad.
Man, I can't believe the lack of interaction. I can't believe the lack of interaction. It still makes me sad, though.
Your lack of faith is disturbing.
Oh my God. Vader, is that you?
Head over to saltylanguage.com and click all the links there. You can also head over to tangentboundnetwork.com if you would, the home of the network we're part of, and check out the other shows there. Or if you need a home for your show, go talk to them about that. And if they talk to Mark, what do you got for Mark this week?
You better jump on these hot Cheeto-dillas.
Oh, is that a euphemism?
It is now.
Nice. Yeah. Wait, is that a euphemism for our friend Cheeto?
It is now.
Nice. Well, that'll help him out. That'll cheer him up. What better way to, cheer a pal up than to get him a happy ending.
Exactly. A Cheeto-dilla lap dance.
Oh my. Yes. That sounds very hot and erotic. All right, fair enough. If you want to reach out to us on the socials, you can find us on Twitter at salty_language. You can find me on a variety of socials, but definitely not TikTok, at Stunami.
Find me on the Instagram at The Monotony. Check out my Lego series where a guy's craving a hamburger. It's amazing. I would promote our TikTok, but it's going away, so whatever.
Yeah, allegedly. Yeah.
Although it's funny, over the weekend I had this moment where I'm like, I'm really glad I'm really not doing social media anymore, but I miss watching short, stupid videos that make me laugh. And I don't want to open up Reels or Shorts and seek them out.
Yeah, right.
Whatever. Yeah. Anywho.
Yeah, I don't know what to tell you.
Patreon.com/saltylanguage. Speaking of dumb videos that'll make you laugh, there's plenty of them there. $3 a month. There's basically an extra show a week, unless I'm sick or tired or cold.
Or really gassy.
Or extremely. Yeah. And that was weird. And Brian, you also have an Arsitch.
I do. It's called The Crazy Life. It's me and our friend Heno. And usually we talk about just what's going on in our life. And then we also talk about topics that we find that are interesting. Or over the last few episodes, we've keep talking about Rick Rubin's book, The Creative Act, because I'm slowly working through it. So then we talk a little bit about something maybe I've come across, and Heno's already read the book. So we kind of have a little discussion about this or that from it. And in this last episode, we also talked about our our goals for the year kind of a thing, or, we call them our power words. So if you're into any of that, please give us a listen. We also, I guess I should say, we also talk about mental health, mental illness, and recovery off and on there also. So
nice.
Yeah. Ton of good topics to go through in the back catalog too. I think we've talked about a lot of really strong things. So yeah, please check that out.
Beauty.
Or don't make me sad.
I'll do it, I swear.
All right, fine. Right after you have a quesadilla.
I could go for one. It sounds amazing.
Yeah, it does actually sound amazing. I'm kind of hungry. Yeah. Is there anything else? Nope. So I guess with that, have a beer. You'll be fine.
I got nothing. Stay salty, everybody. I love you.
Yeah, that's fair.
Was that a show, Brian?
Yep.